Donald Trump had a terrifying mental health episode, posting 40 deranged images in a 6-hour mental breakdown. This is deeply abnormal. Millions have become desensitized to it. I don't know what to do. I've got to take my Make America, Make Truth Great Again hat, and I've got to beat my microphone. I don't know what to do to or rather resensitize people to the fact that this is insane. Over roughly 6 hours, Donald Trump unleashed more than 40 posts, many of them bizarre AI fantasies depicting Trump as a military conqueror, a doctor, a founding father, a time traveler, the guardian of the entire planet. I have a list of the posts here put together by our friend Harry Sisson. And what you can see is that there are moments when, for example, from 3:22 to 3:25, that is a 3-minute period, Donald Trump posted almost 10 things. Him standing next to Biden, AI art of him giving a speech, an AI picture of Chris Christie fighting with Jerry Nadler. One of the wackiest images he posted after attacking her at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is an AI photo of Caitlin Collins depicted as Dylan Mulvaney, who is a trans woman, I believe, who was involved in that Bud Light controversy. Was it years ago at this point, which led to a lot of right-wingers saying no more Bud Light. Endless AI images, multiple between 436 and 441. Just, this is the president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. And look at what he is doing here. How has this become normalized? You are not, forget about the specifics of each one here. The fantasy nature of this, the president behaving this way during an international military crisis, publicly fantasizing about war through AI-generated art. And the images also are very revealing as to the fantasy world that Donald Trump inhabits, or at least wants his followers to inhabit. Trump alongside JFK, Trump with George Washington, Trump as a doctor, Trump as a Navy commander, Trump is saving America. Trump wants us to see him in these ways. And he even posted one of him running illegally for president in 2028 while his enemies cry. This is the visual language of a cult. I talk about this extensively in my book, Pay Attention, and how not only do we end up in these algorithmic silos, we then are increasingly fed visual language of cults generated by AI. Trump is the warrior, the physician, the founding father, the immortal leader, the global protector. Now, I cannot diagnose Trump from social media posts, but what we can observe is behavior. If your elderly parent or grandparent spent 6 hours posting dozens of fake pictures portraying themselves as military commander, historical hero, doctor, etc., you would be concerned. You wouldn't say this is engaging normally with social media. You would probably say it might be time to have an evaluation done, a medical evaluation done. And if Trump didn't personally post all of this crap, it's not a particularly comforting alternative, because it means staff members are controlling Trump's account and flooding it with authoritarian AI fantasies. Are these the people that should be controlling Trump's social media accounts? So either Trump is obsessively posting the material, or the people around him believe this is how a president should communicate. One other thought. Notice the 2028 obsession. His supporters love to insist it's a joke. We know from history, authoritarian movements constantly use jokes to normalize ideas and to test public reaction and to make previously unthinkable behavior just feel familiar. And then there's the imagery downplaying American casualties. Real service members become another prop in Trump's fantasies, where he smokes cigars and time travels with George Washington. Trump is desperate to project strength. None of this projects strength. It communicates insecurity, obsession, a desperate need to see himself depicted as the hero of every story. Nobody's having nightmares because Trump posted another fake image. The alarming part is the guy in control of the world's most powerful military is consumed by an AI generated fantasy version of himself, and millions of his supporters see it and they go, that's leadership. That's how the president should behave. We are screwed as a country if we can't do away with this. Democrats have selected South Carolina to be the first primary in 2028. We'll talk about it on today's bonus show. Thomas Massey's bill would bar funding for police using flock license plate readers. Very interesting. And the Trump administration is ramping up its controversial plan to revoke citizenship from people who were naturalized. Am I next? All of those stories and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com. And remember, you can pre-order for a few more weeks a limited number of signed copies of my new book, Pay Attention, at davidpakman.com/attention. If you want this particular copy of the book, this is the first one ever printed, send your pre-order screenshot to info@davidpakman.com. Say, David, put me in that raffle. And on the book's release date, one person will get this particular copy that's on my shelf. First one ever that's been printed. I'll dedicate it and send it to you. That's info@davidpakman.com for the raffle. Joinpakman.com to get even more show today. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Debt has a way of turning ordinary months into math problems that never seem to get solved. You pay what you can, you sort of like move money around, you keep up with different due dates, and the balances are sitting there and they cost more every day. Our sponsor, PDS Debt, might be able to help you. What PDS Debt does is work with people struggling with credit card, personal loans, collections, medical bills. They review your situation. They'll build a customized debt relief plan with options designed to reduce what you owe and move from juggling multiple payments to one lower monthly payment. They'll go beyond the numbers. They'll personalize the solution to your specific financial situation, not some generic formula. There's no minimum credit score required. Savings can start right when you complete the free 30-second assessment. PDS Debt is the top-rated company in the industry, thousands of five-star reviews, A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Lots of people in my audience use PDS Debt, and we looked at the numbers for people coming just from my show. It turns out the average David Pakman Show viewer who uses PDS Debt saves an average of $24,994. Get your free 30-second personalized assessment today at pdsdebt.com/PakmanYT. The link is in the description.